Have you ever felt afraid of spiders, heights, closed spaces? Those are pretty common fears. But what if what terrified you was the color yellow, a mirror, or even a duck? Today, you're going to discover the 10 strangest phobias in the world. Get ready to dive into the most bizarre and surprising corners of the human mind. Let's begin. 1. Ombraphobia, fear of rain. Rain. For some, it's poetry. For others, pure panic. Ombraphobia is the irrational fear of rain, and we're not just talking about thunderstorms. For those who suffer from it, even a light drizzle can trigger physical symptoms like rapid heartbeat, trembling, shortness of breath. Some avoid leaving the house altogether if there's even a slight chance of rain. The cause? Often rooted in childhood trauma, maybe getting lost during a storm, or connected to general anxiety disorders. It's not the water itself that causes fear, but the unpredictability of nature, the loss of control. In rainy cities, this fear can be truly debilitating. 2. Anatidaephobia, fear of being watched by a duck. Yes, it sounds like a joke, but it's not. Anatidaephobia is the constant and absurd fear that somewhere, somehow, a duck is watching you. It doesn't matter if you're alone, locked in your room, or in a crowd. The idea that a duck has its eyes on you lingers. This phobia first gained attention through a comic strip, but there are real people who feel deep anxiety at the thought or sight of a duck. It's less about the duck itself, and more about the paranoia of being watched by something unexpected. And let's be honest, ducks do stare, a lot, silently. 3. Ephibophobia, fear of teenagers. Teenagers can be loud, unpredictable, rebellious. But for someone with ephibophobia, the mere presence of teens can cause intense fear. This phobia may stem from past experiences, like bullying, or from how media often portrays teenagers as dangerous or disrespectful. The symptoms can be physical, sweating, panic, increased heart rate. Some sufferers avoid schools, malls, or any space frequented by teens. What seems like a social discomfort is, in reality, a deeply rooted fear, and one that can lead to isolation. 4. Haplophobia, fear of being touched. Imagine feeling terrified every time someone tries to shake your hand, hug you, or accidentally brush past you. That's what it's like to live with haplophobia. The slightest touch triggers a flight or fight response. Often, this fear stems from past trauma, especially involving physical or emotional abuse. But sometimes, it emerges with no clear cause. It makes daily life incredibly difficult, especially in crowded places or social settings. For someone with haplophobia, touch isn't comfort, it's danger. 5. Pogonophobia, fear of beards. Beards are trendy, right? Not for everyone. To those with pogonophobia, beards are a nightmare. Just the sight of facial hair can trigger disgust, anxiety, or even panic. The origin may be symbolic. The beard as a mask, as something hiding intentions or expressions. Some link it to bad experiences with bearded authority figures, or even religious or cultural symbolism. Barbershops, hipster cafes, or even watching certain movies can become overwhelming for someone with this phobia. 6. Isoptrophobia, fear of mirrors. Looking into a mirror is a daily routine for most. But for those with isoptrophobia, it's terrifying. It's not just about poor self-image. It's the deep, irrational fear of reflections and of what the mirror might show. Some believe mirrors are portals to other dimensions, or that they can reveal spirits. Others simply can't handle the idea of seeing themselves from the outside. It's a fear often tied to hallucinations, psychotic episodes, or body image distortion. For many, every mirror becomes a silent threat. 7. Nomophobia, fear of being without a phone. It might sound silly, until you've felt it. Nomophobia is the overwhelming fear of being without access to your phone. Losing signal, running out of battery, forgetting it at home. Any of these can cause real panic. With how deeply connected we are, this phobia is becoming more common every day. Your phone becomes part of you, your memory, your link to the world, your lifeline. Being disconnected feels like losing a part of your identity, Symptoms include sweating, agitation, and the paralyzing fear of being cut off. 8. Xanthophobia, fear of the color yellow. It might seem like a joke, but for some, the color yellow triggers intense fear. Yes, just the sight of something yellow can cause a panic response. The fear may come from a traumatic experience involving the color, like a car accident, a hospital, or a threatening object. For others, the brain simply links yellow with danger. People with xanthophobia avoid yellow clothes, foods, furniture, even sunlight reflections. For them, yellow isn't happiness, it's alarm. 9. Geniophobia, fear of chins. Yes, it exists, a fear of chins. People with geniophobia experience extreme discomfort when seeing someone's chin, or even their own. It might be the shape, the movement, or a psychological link to dominance or aggression. Some cases are tied to obsessive thoughts, others to trauma or body dysmorphia. It's one of the rarest phobias, but deeply disruptive. Imagine not being able to look someone in the face without focusing on their chin, and spiraling into anxiety. 10. Triskaidekaphobia, fear of the number 13. The infamous fear of 13 is more common than you think, but triskaidekaphobia is beyond superstition. It's true, paralyzing fear. People with this phobia avoid traveling, making decisions, or even leaving the house on the 13th. They panic if the number shows up on documents, hotel rooms, or time displays. That's why many buildings skip the 13th floor. It's a fear rooted in centuries of myth, religion, and bad luck stories. For those affected, 13 isn't just a number, it's a trigger. Fear is powerful and deeply human, but sometimes it escapes reason and becomes something bizarre, almost surreal. Now tell me, which of these fears did you find the weirdest, or did any of them make you feel just a little uneasy?